How we doing today, people? This is your boy Bry. We're out here. We got home after about 3 weeks of being on the road, and I wanted to come to you with a little situation that's called mountain men and rednecks. I see a lot of people out there saying, oh, this guy's this age, and I hear a lot of younger folks talking, when I'm out in my travels, and their mouths get flapping a little too fast sometimes for them. And I hear a guy saying, well, this guy's this and this is that, and I could do this to him and I could do that to him. And I guess the moral of the story is, you got to be careful, people. You've got to be careful who you grab onto. If you're a young man and you're just coming up and you're starting to, how do I put this, feel your oats, you better be careful which old guy you grab onto. Because there's a lot of mountain men out there, and there's a lot of rednecks out there that as they age, they don't get weaker, if I can put it to you that easily. There's a lot of people out there that do what's called real work. And what I mean by that is they're just not in the gym. In the gym and I don't recommend you don't go to the gym, but in the gym, you're isolating certain muscles and you're doing certain things. But a mountain man and a redneck, let's say, or a hillbilly, we'll even add the hillbilly in there, they do things on a regular basis that the society might say, well, you can't lift it that way, or you can't do it this way, you can't move something like that. And a lot of times your average hillbilly, redneck, or mountain man will say to you, I don't want you to tell me what I can't do, because you're telling me something I do on a regular basis, if that makes any sense. But as you see behind me, you have firewood in here. And we just went and picked up a beautiful load of firewood at a guy down the road from me. He's about 4 or 5 miles maybe at the most. And one of the best, let me just give him a shout out, one of the best wood dealer and suppliers that you're going to find in upstate New York. And I'll put that on there. He does a very good job. He splits it. He doesn't cheat you. His entire system is designed to show you, the DIYer, if you're going to get your wood, that you're not getting cheated. You're getting a square deal and not a round, if you know what I mean. He puts these green stakes up, and he's got these little welded pieces on the bottom, and in between those is 8 feet long, it's 4 feet high, and it's the width of the wood, 16, 18, 20 inches, whatever it is. And when you take and purchase the wood, you take that section, you move that little green delineator, we'll say, out of the way, and you grab the next load. Now, my little trailer, the rehab trailer, as you know, will carry 2 cord of wood. I've never been jerked around or screwed around by this guy. He always is a square deal, and you know what, as I'll just say, he's actually become a friend of mine. And if you're in the upstate New York area and you want a square deal on wood, you want to go see Roy Leggett, okay? He's a guy that says, I'm going to give you a square deal, and I'm not going to cheat anybody out of anything, because he's the type of guy, he's like your boy Bry. He's earned everything he's ever gotten. No one's handed him anything. And he didn't ask me to do this. I'm just saying this is how I feel from my heart, that he's a square deal kind of guy. And if you don't like the situation you see, well, you can go try to look around and see if you can find a better deal. And I promise you, I guarantee you with a Louisiana guarantee, you're not going to find a better deal or better quality wood. Now, in this wood over here, I'm seeing all different kinds of hardwoods. I'm seeing a little bit of cherry, some oak, some beech, some maple, even some hickory probably in there, and possibly even some, we don't see much of it anymore, possibly even some ash. So your boy Bry is very appreciative, and when I find a good deal, a square deal somewhere, I'm going to shout him out, people. But getting back to my situation, don't underestimate people. Just because they look like they're being a nice guy to you, don't get in their face, and don't push a mountain man over the edge, because a mountain man will drag you down the hill, through the gully, and back up the other side and not even blink an eye. So don't get too big for your britches, and don't get to a situation where you say, well, I go to the gym, I look like this and I can do this, because a mountain man don't go to the gym. But I can promise you, him and a redneck and your local hillbilly belong to a club that says we work 24/7 sometimes, people. And we work to a point where we don't go in there for an hour or 2 hours and call it a day. We work 8, 10, 12, 14 hours a day working. And if you want to strap on to something like that and hold on, you better grab onto a good pair of gloves that you can hold on to for the whole duration of the ride. Because when you're picking up wood and you're moving things and you're tossing wood around, these things are uneven weights, they're uneven sizes, they're uneven, they're not smooth, they're sharp, there's blisters and splinters that come along with it. And a mountain man eats blisters and splinters for breakfast in the morning right next to his eggs. Eggs and steak in the morning is what we try to eat. So just giving you an update, if you're out there and you may be, let's just say 20 to 30 maybe even, and you think that you're Billy the bad guy, just be careful. Be careful now. There's guys out there that do what you do in an entire week. They do that before breakfast. So that being said, I just want to say I've got to travel again tomorrow to go to the great state of Texas. We need to go down there and get the power grid back up, and some of the power plants that are down there need some inspections. We're going to get her done right, because as you know, if you're not doing it right, you're not doing it. And your boy Bry's an advocate for doing it right, because I don't like to do rework, people. I mean, the sun's out today. I feel amazing. Did I tell you this is November 12th? Look how beautiful it is. It's absolutely beautiful out. And the scenario is the sun is on me. I'm feeling great. The wood boiler is just cracking along great. And I could not do this. I'll tell you right now, I could not do this without being a mountain man, without being a redneck, and partly being a hillbilly. So at the end of the day, it's a lifestyle that says, yes, I could go turn on the natural gas, or I could turn on some propane and keep the house warm, so to speak. But this is actually my gym, people. This is my workout. This is part of my regimen that, keeps you young. If you sit around and don't do anything and don't try, you're going to get old quick, people. Now, chronologically, I'm over 50, but physically, I'm probably 28. So let's not get it twisted. I'm just trying to give you some good advice. You want to do something and do something right, and work hard, people. That's the key. Work hard and eat right. Put the Twinkies and put the fast food down, and go ahead and get you some real food. Get you some real vegetables or some real meat. I'm not trying to tell you not to be a vegan or nothing like that. I'm just saying these are the things that your boy Bry does. He eats good. You know what I mean? I eat good. I limit my portions, and it actually keeps me full. But now the only time I'll make an exception, one of the only times, is when you see crab legs on the menu. I'm going to try to eat as many as I can because I enjoy those. And I'm eating those not for strength, but for pleasure at that point. But every now and again, you got to step off the reservation, so to speak, and see if you can't find a meal that says, hey, but as a regular basic staple, you want to eat some good protein, and you want to work hard, and you want to be active. And a lot of times, people say, my knees hurt, or my shoulders hurt, or my back hurts, or my whatever hurts. There's a lot of studies out there that tell you it's not about getting old that makes that happen. It's about not having the right nutrients and not having the right herbs and stuff like that your body needs, people. If you go back to the original blueprint, it wasn't let's try to eat plastics and drink out of bottles that are plastic, and let's not try to eat microplastics in the food, and let's not try to eat trash that Bill Gates is trying to put out there. The situation from the original manual says you're supposed to eat animals. You're supposed to eat vegetables and animals and stuff like this. That this is what the blueprint says your body needs. And herbs, basil, thyme, rosemary, cilantro. These are all things that are excellent for you. But this isn't a cooking channel yet, or today. I'm going to be cooking later. I've got some some flank steaks, and I've got some what are they called? Hanger steaks. I've got some hanger steaks, which if you've never had those, look them up. My local Wegmans, I'll shout out to them. They always carry them, and they're the ones that are the grass-fed, no hormones. They're actually a very tasty meal. They're a good meal. They're a meal that says, if you've got wood to put in the shed, people, it's going to get you through. And of course, with that, I usually have 4 to 6 eggs over easy with it. And no, I'm not worried about my cholesterol. No, I'm not. I don't sit there and look at my cholesterol every 2 minutes. I have so many days on the earth, and I'm going to enjoy them, and I'm going to work hard, and that's going to keep me young. I don't want to be eating grass and stuff like this, and eating all this potions that the people are giving you, and I certainly don't prescribe to McDonald's. I don't prescribe to Wendy's or any of those. Those places are a situation in dire need. If you have to get something, that's one thing. But as a general rule, I try to eat real food. I don't know how else to put it to you. But enough about that. Let's get back to the situation that says, we've got real wood here, people, and we've got wood that needs to go in a shed, so the mountain man can't sit around and talk to you all day long. You know what I mean? Let's get her done, people. When you take a look at this wood, look how nice this wood is. Can you see this, how dry this is? The content is good wood. It's not mildew wood. It's not worn out wood. It's not wood that says it's very soggy in the middle. It's not. It's good wood, people. And the more you put the wood in the shed, the more your body's saying, thank you. Thank you for getting your workout today. Because what we're not trying to do is sit around and get nothing done. Because when the winter comes, and it will, winter's coming, people. If no one's told you, winter's coming. And what you're going to want to do, turn the heat up. Okay? And with a boiler, let's say, you can keep it 80 or 65 or 90 in there. It doesn't matter. It's gonna turn the volume of your heat up without a problem. Now, if you have electricity or if you have natural gas or fuel oil, you may feel the pinch a little greater right now because things are up. But at the end of the day, I would say if you go ahead and get you a wood boiler, or if you get you a wood stove, if you're going to need any firewood, you're going to need to go over to see Mr. Leggett because he's got the goods, baby, and he treats you fair. You know? He's not a guy that says, let me take advantage of the situation. He's a guy that says, let me give the community, that's the word of the day, community. Let's give the community a square deal. This is your boy, Bry. I've got to get on down the road. Have a good day, people.